Welcome to United Kingdom QuizBugs 1. Quick rules. Questions have different points, and you have 3 seconds for each question. If you see options, pick the correct option. If there are no options, write your answer. We don't calculate your score, so keep track yourself. Let's start. Literature, titles, for 200 points. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? A. Charles Dickens. B. William Shakespeare. C. Jane Austen. D. Geoffrey Chaucer. That would be B. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare wrote the tragic play, Romeo and Juliet, in the 1590s, one of his most famous works. Click Arts, Museums, for 800 points. Which London museum houses the Rosetta Stone? A. Victoria and Albert Museum. B. Natural History Museum. C. British Museum. D. Tate Modern. The answer is C. British Museum. The British Museum has housed the Rosetta Stone since 1802. This ancient Egyptian artifact was key to deciphering hieroglyphics and remains one of the museum's most visited exhibits. Sports, teams, for 600 points. Which English football club is known as the Gunners? A. Chelsea. B. Arsenal. C. Tottenham Hotspur. D. West Ham United. The correct answer is B. Arsenal. Arsenal Football Club is nicknamed the Gunners due to the club's origins as the workforce team of the Royal Arsenal Armaments Factory in Woolwich. The club was founded in 1886 and is one of England's most successful teams. Click Geography, Mountains, for 400 points. What is the tallest mountain in the world? A. K2. B. Mount Kilimanjaro. C. Mount Everest. D. Denali. The answer is C. Mount Everest. Mount Everest stands at 8,849 meters, 29,032 feet, above sea level, making it the highest mountain on Earth. Geography, Rivers, for 600 points. Which river is the longest in the world? A. Amazon River. B. Nile River. C. Yangtze River. D. Mississippi River. The correct answer is B. Nile River. The Nile River in Africa is approximately 6,650 kilometers long, making it the longest river in the world. Sports, championships, for 800 points. Which British tennis player won Wimbledon men's singles in 2013 and 2016? A. Tim Henman. B. Greg Rosetsky. C. Andy Murray. D. Kyle Edmund. The answer is C. Andy Murray. Andy Murray won Wimbledon in 2013, ending Britain's 77-year wait for a male singles champion, and again in 2016. He is regarded as Britain's greatest tennis player of the modern era and was world number 1 in 2016. Arts, Styles, for 1,000 points. Which British art movement, founded in 1848, sought to return to detailed observation of nature and rejected industrialization? A. The Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. B. The Bloomsbury Group. C. The Young British Artists. D. The Camden Town Group. That would be A. The Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. The Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood was founded in 1848 by artists including Dante Gabriel Rossetti, John Everett Millais, and William Holman Hunt. They rejected the mechanistic approach of Mannerist artists and sought inspiration from medieval and early Renaissance art. Arts, Musicians, for 600 points. Which British composer wrote The Planets Suite? A. Edward Elgar. B. Ralph Vaughan Williams. C. Gustav Holst. D. Benjamin Britten. That would be C. Gustav Holst. Gustav Holst composed The Planets between 1914 and 1916. This 7-movement orchestral suite remains one of the most popular and frequently performed works in classical music, with Jupiter being particularly beloved in Britain. Literature, titles, for 600 points. Which Jane Austen novel features the Bennet family and Mr. Darcy? A. Sense and Sensibility. B. Emma. C. Pride and Prejudice. D. Mansfield Park. That would be C. Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice, published in 1813, is Jane Austen's most famous novel. It follows Elizabeth Bennet and her relationship with the wealthy Mr. Darcy, exploring themes of class, marriage, and social expectations in Regency England. Click Geography, Capitals, for 1,000 points. What is the capital city of Scotland? A. Glasgow. B. Edinburgh. C. Aberdeen. D. Dundee. The answer is B. Edinburgh. Edinburgh is the capital city of Scotland and home to the Scottish Parliament. It is famous for its historic and cultural attractions, including Edinburgh Castle and the Royal Mile. Click Arts, Artworks, for 200 points. Who painted the Mona Lisa? A. Michelangelo. B. Leonardo da Vinci. C. Raphael. D. Vincent van Gogh. The answer we were looking for is B. Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa in the early 16th century, and it now hangs in the Louvre Museum in Paris. Science, Elements, for 600 points. What is the atomic number of carbon? A. 4. B. 6. C. 8. D. 12. That would be B. 6. Carbon has an atomic number of 6, meaning it has 6 protons in its nucleus. Click Literature, Publication, for 1,000 points. In which year was George Orwell's dystopian novel, 1984, first published? A. 1945. B. 1948. C. 1949. D. 1950. The answer is C. 1949. George Orwell's 1984 was published on the 8th of June 1949. The novel, which depicts a totalitarian future society, has become one of the most influential works of the 20th century and introduced concepts like Big Brother and thought crime into common usage. Click Geography, Capitals, for 200 points. What is the capital of France? A. London. B. Berlin. C. Paris. D. Rome. The answer we were looking for is C. Paris. Paris has been the capital of France since the 12th century and is one of the most visited cities in the world. Sports, Venues, for 1,000 points. Which famous cricket ground in London is known as the home of cricket? A. The Oval. B. Lord's. C. Edgbaston. D. Old Trafford. The correct answer is B. Lord's. Lord's Cricket Ground in St. John's Wood, London, is known as the home of cricket. Established in 1814, it is the home of Marylebone Cricket Club, MCC, and hosts major matches including test matches and the finals of domestic competitions. Click Sports, Championships, for 200 points. How many players are on a soccer team on the field during a match? A. 9. B. 10. C. 11. D. 12. The answer we were looking for is C. 11. Each soccer team has 11 players on the field during a match, including the goalkeeper. Literature, Characters, for 800 points. What is the name of Sherlock Holmes's landlady at 221B Baker Street? A. Mrs. Turner. B. Mrs. Hudson. C. Mrs. Watson. D. Mrs. Morstan. The answer we were looking for is B. Mrs. Hudson. Mrs. Hudson is the long-suffering landlady of Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson in Arthur Conan Doyle's detective stories. She appears throughout the series, tolerating Holmes's eccentric behavior and irregular hours. Science, inventions, for 800 points. Who developed the theory of general relativity? A. Isaac Newton. B. Niels Bohr. C. Albert Einstein. D. Stephen Hawking. That would be C. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein published his theory of general relativity in 1915, revolutionizing our understanding of gravity. Click Sports, Records, for 400 points. In which sport would you perform slam dunk? A. Volleyball. B. Basketball. C. Tennis. D. Baseball. That would be B. Basketball. A slam dunk is a basketball shot where a player jumps and forcefully puts the ball through the hoop. Click Geography, Oceans, for 800 points. What is the deepest point in the world's oceans? A. Puerto Rico Trench. B. Java Trench. C. Mariana Trench. D. Tonga Trench. The correct answer is C. Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean reaches a depth of about 11,000 meters, 36,000 feet, at Challenger Deep. Click Literature, Characters, for 400 points. In which novel does the character Sherlock Holmes first appear? A. The Hound of the Baskervilles. B. A Study in Scarlet. C. The Sign of Four. D. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. That would be B. A Study in Scarlet. Sherlock Holmes first appeared in Arthur Conan Doyle's novel, A Study in Scarlet, published in 1887. Click Science, Theories, for 200 points. What is the chemical symbol for water? A. H2O. B. CO2. C. O2. D. Sodium chloride. That would be A. H2O. Water is composed of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, giving it the chemical formula H2O. Click Arts, Musicians, for 400 points. Which composer wrote the famous Moonlight Sonata? A. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. B. Johann Sebastian Bach. C. Ludwig van Beethoven. D. Frédéric Chopin. That would be C. Ludwig van Beethoven. Beethoven composed the Piano Sonata No. 14, commonly known as the Moonlight Sonata, in 1801. Science, Celestial Bodies, for 400 points. Which planet is known as the Red Planet? A. Venus. B. Jupiter. C. Mars. D. Saturn. The answer is C. Mars. Mars is called the Red Planet due to iron oxide, rust, on its surface, giving it a reddish appearance. Science, Experiments, for 1,000 points. What particle was discovered at CERN in 2012 that confirms the mechanism of mass? A. Graviton. B. Higgs boson. C. Neutrino. D. Quark. The answer we were looking for is B. Higgs boson. The Higgs boson, predicted by Peter Higgs in 1964, was discovered at CERN's Large Hadron Collider in 2012. You made it to the end. Post your final score in the comments below. If you want more, hit like and subscribe. See you in the next quiz.